Hey everyone, we're back with another reaction video, and today we're gonna be checking out more of George Carlin, and today he'll be talking about education.
Last time we did politicians and now education.
Oh, education. Yeah, we're about to find out. Here we go.
About the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions. Right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. They said we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. You say to them, well, you know, we've tried all of that and the kids still can't pass the test. They say, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. And that's what they do in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there, it's physics. And everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education. Politicians know that word, they use it on you.
Bro.
Politicians have traditionally hidden behind 3 things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind. Someone's losing fucking ground here. But
Whoa!
That's a bar right there.
Oof!
Ruthless. That's what I love about him.
head start, left behind. Someone's losing fucking ground here. But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Oh, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you,
he's saying nothing but facts.
Man, we talked about how we can relate in the other part about the politicians. Now we can relate even more. The corruption.
This is not comedy. This is like hits you in the fields.
They grab you by the balls.
Want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that.
They will
that doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
You ain't invited.
You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all.
People die for them.
You know?
Really?
And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Yo!
Bro, the way he answered.
I remember him saying this quote.
The one that the American dream.
It's called the American dream because they want you to be asleep to believe in it.
You remember that part, okay? No, I don't remember a thing, man.
It
but I
stings.
feel hurt.
Wow.
I feel mauled. Really, man.
Oh, he's speaking facts after facts.
Yeah. I know we talked about America all the time, here in America, but really you can take out that word and put any country you want, and I'm sure that they'll be...
Most of countries.
Yeah, they'll be in the same shoes. And you know what struck me the most? The fact that when he talked about they want you to be dumb, they built everything to be dumb. Like, the education, we made it like that.
Yeah.
And do you actually believe that? Like, even here, I'm talking about here in Lebanon, okay, for example, like, the way the education and the way they put everything like for children and the way they raise them, like, do you feel like it's rigged and it's meant for it to be like that, you know? Like, I feel like
it's not only applicable in America, as you said, it can be applicable in any country. Like the way you are programmed since childhood, like you go to school and then you go to work and everything. Those stages of your life,
you're brought up.
You're brainwashed to believe like you have to obey your teachers, you have to obey your bosses, and then when you go, you know, you have to obey everyone. Like they put you in this box and they just tell you you have to do this, you have to do that, and then you become an adult and just believe this is how I should live. I'm a sheep, you know, and then the media feeds you everything. And everything, it's like, what do you call it? It's matraquage in French. Like, you everything is shoved down your throat since childhood. Indoctrination, and you're not aware that you are indoctrinated. You are programmed to be this way, to think this way, and then you end up believing it. Like you're electing those politicians
and they
really care for the greater good, and then they do their own thing. They are breeding sheep from, you know,
for their own gain. For their own gain. Yeah, they don't want you to be a critical thinker. You know, like you already talked about that.
Critical thinking.
Yeah, they don't want you to be a critical thinker for the fact that you're gonna like realize how shitty they are, and you're not gonna elect them, and you're gonna go do something better. And you made me remember the fact that children are told when to eat, when to go to the toilet, and everything. Like when they hear the bell, they get the command that now I can like eat or do or go.
It's programming since childhood.
Yeah.
And then you become the adult you are, and then you believe that you are doing what you want to do, and then you are being like led to do the thing. So
and they convince you that actually you are free. And you are doing that out of freedom.
Free will,
you
but
have the
it's
freedom.
not.
Yeah, like you have the freedom to go and apply to any company you want, but they own all the companies. Like.
But you know how to counteract that by critical thinking. Like think on your own, just be different than what society does, and that's what we usually do. That's why we resonate with him. Like just live differently than most people and just be yourself.
But you can't change where you live.
No, but at least you can think differently and lead your life in a different way, you know. And but this man speaks truth like every time. Okay, I can make this video a lot longer, but just those are the thoughts off the top of my head.
We take George Carlin and we continue.
Yeah, maybe when he speaks about other topics, we can, you know, elaborate on other things more. So just tell us, what would you like us to react to more of George Carlin? And I love that.
Carlin,
I love that.
Me too. Now we're gonna have to wrap it up. For any recommendation, make sure to drop down a comment below, and don't forget to like the video.
And of course, our journey with George Carlin will definitely continue, so stay tuned for more.